Alright, hello everyone, welcome back. This is, again, something you don't see very much. This is my desktop. Welcome to it. So today we are going to be doing channel art stuff. So, currently, what I'm using for my intro is, I believe, in here? Yes, this. So this is my current intro. I mean, it looks fancy and all that fancy stuff, but honestly, it's kind of boring. All it is just the one static thing with like a sunrise kind of thing back behind it, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. Oh no, this one has the really, really old intro. Okay, so this is what my first intro was, which I mean could be worse. Could be a lot worse. This is my This one, actually, this took a very long time to render. That got its own intro. I'm not sure why I did that. This one better have it. It does, okay. So this one, I'm going to be drawing a lot from this one because this one did a lot of cool things that I liked. Mostly this part right here. We're going to be drawing some stuff from this, just because that was awesome. Then you get to see me back forever ago. Holy crap. that was a while ago. So we're going to be looking mostly at this right here. That's what that particle effect was from, though. Let me just throw this off on the side where I can ignore it properly. So that's what these are from. That took hours on hours on hours to render. So I'm going to try to hopefully do something a bit more simple than that. But this is what I currently have for my logo. This type of stuff. Okay, so this is the file that I used for that one thing. There we go. This looks like it. What is this? Alright, so this, now that I finally found it, this right here, that is the wrong camera angle. This is what I used to make my thing. So each one of the letters is actually its own mesh with like a decent amount of vertices, like 450 different vertices in each one of these, the circles. There's less in these ones, obviously, because they're a lot simpler. So we're going to take this, rework it, do some stuff. Yeah. Alright, but let's go ahead and jump in here and let's start doing some work. So right now I have the sharp angle for the D, something kind of like that, which I really like. I like the underline too. The things I don't really like though is right here. Okay? The O's, when you actually have the other parts, there we go. You see how it's like this? This kind of looks somewhat similar to a certain game. That looks suspiciously like that. Like, way too much like that. I didn't want to click there. So, I'm going to say we need to do some sort of rework here to make this look more like my thing and less like I'm ripping off Overwatch. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump in.
I tried to fight alone. 'Cause sometimes we just don't know that we can do anything together if we just try. And as long as we have our backs, whenever our foes can buy. This time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces. This time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces. and dragons, the battle begins tonight. Are you with me? This is our kingdom, and we won't run tonight. We are a team. Castles and dragons, the battle begins tonight. Are you with me? This is our kingdom, and we won't run tonight. We are a team. We can do anything together if we just try. And as long as we have our backs, whenever our foes come by. This time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces. This time we will win. This time we'll have to join forces.
Alright, so at this point I have finished editing most of this stuff. You're just kind of seeing that finish up, and that's it. I've edited all of this up to the 8-minute 32 mark, and sorry, I shouldn't be doing stuff like this. I'm always trying to make it shorter, but 8 minutes 32 seconds and 10 frames, all edited. So you may have noticed I didn't put an intro in there, and that's because we're working on an intro, so I'm figuring you're getting enough of your intro fill for now. Sorry I didn't finish it in one video. I think I said that sometime, but I don't think that made it into the edit I have so far. So sorry that this is going to be a multi-part thing. I wish I could have done it all in one day, but unfortunately there's this thing called time, and I only have so much of it. So moving on. Lots just happened in the last little bit right in through this entire time-lapse bit that I had. So let me go over what exactly I just did there, so hopefully you can understand a little bit better. So first thing that I did is I went through and I reworked the original, that is not what I want. I reworked the original design. So this is the original design. This is what I had to start with. The first thing I did is I went ahead and made this. I changed the way the R looked first, then the O's, then the D right here, and I don't really like the way this looked. It looks sleek, I will give it that, but I don't like it, so I just went ahead and trashed that, went back to this. I saved this because I do like the way that the O's look especially, and eventually at some point when I'm doing t-shirts and stuff, I could see this being a design. So I'm going to go ahead and hang on to that for now, but until then, this is going to be the logo, the way it works, the way it is. So the next thing I did is I went ahead and made it 3D. Which took a little bit of time. It took about 3 seconds time-lapse time. So 3 seconds, that's about 6 minutes, I believe. Because I did it 1 frame a second, and this is at 30 FPS, so I believe that's 2 minutes equals a second, or 4 seconds in actual video. Anyway, I'm rambling too much. Another thing I did is I went ahead and made all of this thing right here. I made this like right up next to the D. It used to be like below it because it was 2D and it didn't really matter, but I'm going to be doing 3D things with this, so yeah. I went ahead and did all the lighting too. I have all these lights here. Normally for typical things you get like a 3-point lighting system. I have a 6-point lighting system, so with that all put together, I believe I already showed this at some point in the time lapse, but it looks a little bit something like that. Looks nice. It's grainy here because this is just a quick render. It's only doing like a fifth of the samples, maybe a tenth of what the final product will be. So that's that. Then I went ahead and started on the background. I took the same thing and then I broke it into a million pieces and added some things that pull the pieces in the direction like towards them. Just think of these as shattered Drew logo magnets because that's what they do. And then I added this. So the way I did this, I thought it was actually pretty cool, is I wanted it to kind of like dissolve and be like recognizable, but very, very barely. And I think I did that decently well with this. So if you look at it right now, like obviously, yeah, it's right there. Wait, what am I doing? I'm moving something, okay. And so what I did is I have gravity turned on at the moment. It goes ahead, it falls down. As soon as it hits the thing, I turn off gravity. That's why at this frame it's not still falling. And then I just get that thing the heck out of there so that it doesn't run into these pieces. And then those pieces just kind of fly around and get pulled very gradually towards these things. So if I do this, so you can actually see it better, you'll see it actually does get pulled towards these a decent amount. The other thing that I did that I thought was really cool is I had textured this so that when it's rendered, you don't see it at all. So the box is right here, you render it, it's gone. That took a little bit of time. Another thing I did is I did some optimizing for the render, so I basically cut my render time in half. I didn't show the render, but it did render for a good 40 or so minutes for those 5 seconds. Figured you guys didn't really need to see that, and I figured it'd go faster if I wasn't recording it. So I went ahead and skipped that, but that is pretty much it for today. The other thing I did is, I said I rendered it. So this is the final product here. This is what it looks like. It's just all the pieces except I put it on a green background, so that way when I'm doing the final thing I can key that out, blur the rest up, and make it look all pretty. So that is going to do it for today. I'll just go ahead and leave you with the final product, what it looked like. It's playing right now. That's your outro. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this, and how excited you are for the next ones. So with that said, I will see you guys all later. Peace out.